Good morning, happy Monday. It's sunny and beautiful out. I just came back from a freaking amazing 3-day weekend with the Life and Air guys and meeting Sean and Chuck and his team. I'm living this lifestyle for years now, and people are asking me how I'm doing and what I'm doing and what's changed. And I've even had some people look at me a little differently, like saying, hey man, with your kind of status or your kind of income, you need to be doing, dressing the part or driving the part or this and that. I mean, hence to say I am in a convertible Mercedes right now. But, I don't put out there like these other guys, you have to drive these $1 million cars and that's the mindset you have to have and you have to always be working, 24/7, because I don't truly believe that, I think most people out there, most gurus out there are liars. They're miserable. They are out there, they're working 20 hours a day, and it's not their vision. And what I learned this weekend is really, even the stuff in my vision I thought I had, I was lying to myself. Can you believe it? I literally am living passively, creating wealth long term, honestly, because what I've done is I've cut out a lot of the mundane things. I've cut out a lot of the things in my life, things I don't need. And that's changed my life. I'm not, living life by debt. I'm not, trying to keep up with the Joneses. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I have probably well over $150,000 to $200,000 in watch pieces. I have vehicles that are very expensive. I've had expensive vehicles. I'm driving in one now, but it's paid off. I have no loan on it, which makes it allowable for me to use it, and not, hindersome to my debt. So I don't have to work harder to pay for a vehicle that doesn't make me happy. So what's very important in life is to really figure out what your vision is, really figure out what you want in life. Because every time I speak at an event or I coach somebody, the first thing I get is, well, we want to make $1 million this year. Or we want to do 100 deals this year. And when I really break it down, I say, why do you want to do that? And most of them say, because I want to get out of my job. I want to get out of the rat race. I want to spend more time with my family. I want to coach my kids' soccer game, baseball game, softball game. I want to travel with my wife, my family, my friends. But, when you speak to them, they're doing 100 deals. They have an office. They have 20 staff members. They're making $100,000 a month. But they're freaking spending 120 because they think that's what they're supposed to do. And they're never happy. They're just never happy. All right? So I've been living this life, but there's a lot I haven't been doing. I've been stealing from my family, which I literally came to tears this weekend because I realized that even though I say that I live this passive lifestyle, I'm a workaholic. I have a problem. I definitely am a workaholic. And I always feel like if I'm not actively doing some kind of business, that I'm lazy, that I should be doing more. I should be hustling more. But you know what? That's taken away from my kids and my wife and my friends, and I'm not doing it anymore. So over the next month, I'm really making some serious changes. And, I'm guarding my time. I'm going to stop my workday as much as I can at 4 o'clock, because my daughter will be home from school. She'll finish her homework. I'll give it time for homework. And then it's my time with them. You know what? Everyone out there will steal your time. I still do events. What I love doing it, to me, it's not work. When I speak at an event, or I could change somebody's life, or I coach them, that to me is not work, and I love doing it. But I will limit the amount of time I'm doing that, because why am I doing this? The purpose of doing what I'm doing is to spend more time with my family, my friends, like I always say, doing what I want, when I want, how I want. Now, all summer long, I vacation, I go to the beach, but, there's times I'm on my phone, I shouldn't be on my phone. I should be guarding my time, because you know what? If somebody steals my time for questions, and they're not a student, or they're not somebody I do business with, or a friend, well, then the bottom line is I'm taking that time from somebody else. And who's that somebody else? It might be my wife, it might be my kids, it might be, my gym time, which today is my first day back in the gym in 2 weeks. And, I had things to do, and I moved them around, and I got it done, because you know what? That's my time. I'm going to be selfish to myself. I've worked my butt off to do it, and I've worked for somebody else. I hear all these people, they're miserable at their job, but what they do is they get caught in the trap, and they have to buy a nice car, they have to buy the biggest house, they have to have a ton of watches, I'm only saying this because I'm not a hypocrite. I've done it. I've done it. I know what it's like. You know, it's like trying to lose weight. I know it's hard. But, you know, if you take those, and what I learned today, you know, this weekend too is, you know, don't try to do it all at once. Do one thing. You know, and I'm going to refer out a book to you, The One Thing, by Mr. Keller from Keller Williams. Read that book. Just do one thing. One thing, master it, and do it right. Don't think you have to be out there doing 100 deals. Don't think you have to be out there, you know, doing deals all over the place. Don't think you have to be a wholesaler, a flipper, a landlord, a note guy. You'll never succeed at anything. You know, really get that tunnel vision going. And when I say that, I mean on what your business is about and what your life is about. And don't build your vision around your business. Build it around your life and fit the business in. And that's what we're doing. I know in this market, in the next, right after spring break, we'll probably start a little event, max up to 6 people, and accountability people. Because I need accountability as well, just like my friends do. And that's what we're going to do. And, you know, I'm sorry I see comments coming over, but, you know, I have this phone up on the clip, by the way. And it's moving around. Hold on, let me fix this. And I can't really read them, but I will answer them later. But like I said, really, really, really start thinking about what your vision is, why you're doing what you're doing in life. You know, what is it all about? What makes you happy? Where do you want your life to be? Okay? Because draw a line on that sand, and it's your freaking time. It's your time to live your life. Stop living everybody else's life. Stop living the way your friends want you to live. Stop living the way your neighbors want you to live. Stop living the way your boss wants you to live. Stop living the way your parents want you to live. You know, they all told you, go to school, go to college, get a good job, work for somebody else, let the government take care of you. That's bullshit. Stop it already. All right? I see people, I have friends who have these egos. They think that you have to, you know, show up in the nicest suit, the nicest cars. And it's ridiculous. They're miserable. They're absolutely miserable. And they ask me constantly, how are you doing what you're doing? You don't work. I do work, but I work on my terms. And it's not good enough. You know, at 8 o'clock at night when people hit me up with questions, it'll wait till tomorrow. Because you're not stealing time from my kids. You're not stealing time from my wife. Because for me to answer your questions, I have to give up my time with my wife, my kids, or my friends that I'm out with. Or I have to, you know, answer your question for 20 minutes. And then another question comes up. That's another 20 minutes. And that's why we have coaching students. You know, and that's the other thing. You know, I know a lot of people ask a lot of questions, but people don't, I'm so shocked, and I see it all the time, not just from me. You know, I have a lot of friends high up in the industry that have been coaching a long time, and we talk about this. And I'm just so shocked that people ask question after question after question, want coaching for free. And they'll take it from anyone for free. Anyone. You could be in the business 3 months. I've seen it. There's a guy out here that does groups 3 months in the business. And they're giving advice on the business. They failed. And they're giving other people advice. Why? Because they have a free event. Or they want to be a coach. They learned one thing. They did one deal. They want to be a coach. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. If you're willing to take free advice from somebody and make that your business model, you're absolutely crazy. You might as well stick at your job, make your $10 an hour, be miserable, hate your family, hate your friends, hate your life, and live like the Joneses. You know, go into debt, buy expensive cars, buy expensive houses, never get to live your life. That's what you should do. But if you don't value, you know, it's funny because I've had a lot of people hit me up. And I was nice. I answer questions. Then it gets to the point where they want a lot more coaching. It's like, hey, here's my coaching fee. And I don't take everybody. I only take up a certain amount of people a year. Because I'm not going to bleed myself with somebody I don't think is going to be successful. And 8 out of 10 times, the people I tell them what the coaching fee is, they're not interested. All of a sudden, they give me some excuse. That's their life. It's a bunch of excuses. And that's fine. Because even when I coach people on how to be a coach as well. And I tell them, I said, those are the same people that would drive you nuts for 6 months, never do what you tell them to do anyway. Never. They would never do what you tell them to do because they don't value your opinion because you gave it for free. And then, once you had to do something with money with them, they wouldn't do it anyway. So you wasted your time and you bled yourself out. So it's great if they stop asking you questions and stop asking for coaching. Well, you just saved 6 months of your life. And you got those 20 minutes back for every question they'll ask you. Because they'll go on and on for free forever and never do business with you. And I'm not talking about friends. I have business partners now, or I have people in the business that we started off as business, and honestly, they're like my best friends, like my brothers. I'd answer their call 2 in the morning and never charge them $1. That's just, you kind of know who's your friend and who's not. Who's there for money and who's not. Okay? So, it's so very important. Well, I just parked, so maybe I can see some of this now. It's so very important. Let me take this off the thing. It's so very important that you figure out your true vision, because without your vision, you're going nowhere. Okay? So in the next probably month, I'm going to start putting some pieces of my vision out there, and I want you to hold me accountable. I mean, like for instance, I want to run a 5K. Don't know why. I just want to do it. I feel like a sense of accomplishment. To do that, it's going to take a lot of work. Well, my ass was in the gym this morning. I hate running. Hate it. But I want to run. I always felt like I never, I used to be in the Navy. I used to be a cop. I used to run a lot. But I never ran the 5K. I want to do it. And then who knows from there what I might want to do. From there, I might want to go into a marathon, mini marathon. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's start first. My first thing is I want to run a 5K. Now, I'm going to get in my vision, and I'm going to come up with a plan on how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to come up with a timeline. And I'm going to hold myself accountable. And I'm going to be in a group with up to 6 people that we're going to each hold each other accountable. And that's what it's about. That's important to me. Why? Because I know running that 5K will get me healthier. So I don't want to just say I'm going to be healthy. I want to say I'm going to be healthy, but to be healthy, I got to lose weight. I got to eat healthier, maybe eat organically, and I'll come up with that. I'm just not throwing that out there. But one of the things is going to the gym. But what do I do at the gym? I want to run a 5K. I also lift weights. I've always lifted weights. But I want to start running again, even though it's killing my back. I'm in so much pain. I did it today. First day out running was tough, and I lifted. But you know what? I got it done. I accomplished something. I said, I'm going to do this today, and I did it. I feel great. I feel like I could conquer the world right now. So what am I doing now? Now's my work day. I have a couple meetings today, which I love. I'm going to see a house today, which I'm probably going to buy this condo in Delaware, which will turn into either a rental or I'll sell it to another investor. I'll either hold a note or keep it cash. But I'm going to buy it. I know I'm going to buy it. I've spoken to this lady for a month now. I know I'm buying it. Okay? So when you know you're doing something, when you put that mindset in yourself, you're going to get it done. I'm also becoming, I've lately become very spiritual. I believe people put people in your lives for certain reasons. And I'm not sweating the small stuff anymore. I'm really trying not to sweat the small stuff because there's people out there that they're very... I can go on and on with this. Their word means nothing to them. They're out there for the mighty buck. And, they're miserable people. They'll screw anyone over for $1. And you know what? Those are the people you don't want in your life. So don't sweat the small stuff. Understand that that's going to happen. And when it happens, don't get upset. All you can do is take care of yourself. And I always said to people, I said, my word is my bond. I will do everything in my power, and I will never, ever give that up. I will do everything in my power to do what I say I'm going to do. And it shouldn't be hard to do what you say you do. But sometimes you say you're going to try to make this amount of money on a deal, and it doesn't come through. Well, I will never make $1 before I take care of my investors, and they get paid back first. And they know that. Okay? So that's most important. But you know what? I'm putting this out there, and I hope I actually don't care if it comes off rude. Because you know what? I care about my lifestyle, my family's lifestyle. People that steal my time, they don't care about my family. You know what? If you hit me up, and I don't answer you, you're probably not that important. Unfortunately, you're just probably not that important. Or you've hit me up 1,000,000 times already, and you've either never done what I've told you to do, or you're a time waster, or you're selfish, or I think you're out there to screw people. And I don't need you in my life. No amount of money is worth people like that in my life. None. The important people in my life are my family, my friends, people I coach, because anyone I coach, to me, is like family. I don't take them on unless I think it's a good... My investors, because I don't take an investor on unless it's somebody I really enjoy working with. Because no deal is that important to me anymore. It's funny, when you stop chasing a deal, the deal finds you. The deal really finds you. And you know what's funny? I don't go out there and market for deals like everyone tells you to do that way. The deals find me now. Why? Because We're honest. We do what we say we're going to do. And we have great people in our corner. You know, I'm blessed to, you know, I'm in a market now in Maryland because I'm blessed to have a great friend. And he's a contractor separately, but he became a great friend. Somebody I would trust 150% leaving $1 million on the table. I can't say that about everybody, you know? So to me, it's always, you have to like the person first. And I get this question a lot. I know I'm rambling, but I'm getting all this out. I'm going into my meeting a little bit, but I want to get out this positivity, you know, whatever you take it as and however you change your life. But people ask me, because when I talk to investors and they say, well, you know, how do I invest with you? How do I joint venture on you with one of your non-performing notes? And I said, well, I have to interview you. I have to make sure you're fit. And they're blown back. They're like, what do you mean a fit? Why wouldn't I be a fit? And I said, well, there's a couple of things. One, obviously, we have a minimum we take from investors. Two is, you know, we don't want to take your last dollar. We don't want to put you in distress. Three is, let me ask you this. How do you feel if I lose your money? I want to see what they say. Most people that raise money will never tell them that. Now, things are great when they're great, but what happens when they're not? Is that investor going to understand? Now, on the other hand, they know that I go out there and my promises are, I will do everything in my power to make sure you're taken care of. I will do, the only thing I will ever guarantee is I will do my best to mitigate risk for you. I will do my best in hard work. But I will never guarantee you any return. Like I see emails blasted out there, we guarantee 10, 15%. First of all, unless you're doing crowdfunding, it's illegal. The SEC is watching. People don't care. They only care about themselves. It's great while the market's good, but if the market tanks like it did before, and I've been in this 27 years, I've been through a couple cycles, it will tank again. And you know what? I've seen people at the top of the world lose everything, and I'm not willing to do that. That's why I don't go out there and I don't leverage myself to buy cars and boats anymore or watches. And you know what? My friend Matty will tell you I'm a watch guy. There's a beautiful Breitling sitting there, but we have it sitting in a Mercedes. But you don't see pictures like that. You don't see checks out there like that. That's not what life's about. Where are my pictures? Me and my family on vacation, me coaching my daughter playing softball, me with my dog, everything like that. I don't ever post checks. Okay? So those people, I think you have to be out there working 20 hours a day, grinding, and your kids don't even know who you are. Well, then keep doing what you're doing, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And anyone that needs that real help, I look forward to meeting you at my speaking events. You can always find them on my site, Zitofskycapitalmanagement.com. I know I got a couple coming up. Once again, we do coaching. We're very limited on who we take at this point. So with our coaching students, if that's something you're interested in, private message me. Once again, it's not a cheap thing. If you're looking to get into something for free, I can refer you out to some people, but I'm not that guy. Or you could use YouTube or go to Bigger Pockets. They have a lot of free stuff. It's not me. And just understand that, you know, I appreciate it if you understand how I value my time, because I built a business where I can live, you know, right now I can live and enjoy my life if I want, doing absolutely nothing. And the only reason I did that is because I went out there and I stopped spending money on junk like this, like the car I'm driving. You know, this is a freaking Mercedes, and you know, I was going to go out there and could buy a Ferrari. There's no reason I can't sign a loan doc for a Ferrari. It's not my vision. My vision is to do what I want, when I want, how I want, with my wife and kids, without being stuck trading time for money. And when you do that stuff, when you sign those documents at the bank, you're signing your life away. Every time you sign a loan or buy something on your credit card, understand you got to work that much harder for your boss who you hate, or the company you hate that's stealing time from your family. Keep going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning and coming home at 8 o'clock at night and missing your kid's life. Because you need a nice car. Because you need a bigger house. Because you need to live like the Joneses. That's not what life's about. Okay? So, and people see me here. They come in and out of stars. They see me here talking to my phone, and they're probably wondering, what in the world am I doing? But you know what? I had to get this out there. I will answer the messages on here before my meeting. So anyone who hit me up, I would be happy to answer them. But like, understand, if I don't get back to you after 4 o'clock every day, it's because I'm not really doing business unless I have a meeting set up. I'm meeting a seller that has no choice but to sell their property at that time, or I'm speaking at an event, or I'm traveling. But that's what I love doing. Other than that, I wish you all the best. I really do. And this is something so passionate to me. I hope it comes across that way. I hope you start thinking about your life and how you could change it to live your vision, not somebody else's vision, because that's what I've done. But, really understand it's not about working 100 hours a week and doing 100 deals. It's about simplifying your life. Start simplifying your life and realize what's important to you. It's not the things. It's the time with your family and friends or whatever you like doing. Maybe you hate family. Maybe you hate your friends. I don't know. Maybe you like to go out there and hike. Maybe you go out there and ride, travel. Whatever it is, travel by yourself. I don't care. But do something for yourself and stop lying to everybody. Watch the Facebook feed. Everyone's a freaking liar. Everybody. It's so fake out there. There's literally less than 10% of the people that are real. Everyone's faking you. All these guys that are doing these seminars, they're frauds out there. They're not living it. They're so in debt because they're trying to show off to everybody. You know what? You have to sit there and you have to actually think about your family, your friends, and, everyone that's asking me how I'm living this life. I've had people come to me and go, is everything okay? You should be driving a more expensive car. You should be, living in this area. You should be doing... it's the most ridiculous thing. I'm looking at selling everything off. I don't care about things anymore. The only thing important to me is my time. Okay, so, anyway, I wish you all, I promise, I wish you all success. I wish you all happiness. And success is not money. Success is life success. Okay? And over time, I'm going to be starting putting up there things from my vision board. But the first thing, you heard it here first, a 5K. I'm just going to put a time on it. I got to figure it out. It's probably going to be 6 months. It's going to take me some time. I got some back problems. Nothing's stopping me. I'm going to get it done. All right? I love you guys out there. I appreciate you watching. This will also be on my YouTube page. So I will link it up to my YouTube page as well. And all my content is going to be up on my YouTube page. But I wanted to get this out there quickly. And this is the easiest way to get it out there. And, hit the masses. Feel free to share this. Share this out there. And I'll constantly give you positive vibes out there. What's going on. And I'll help you as much as I could on a post like this. And if you take this and you do something with it, one thing. Do one thing. I would love to hear the one thing you plan on changing. Make that one change. Get it done. Let's hear what it is. Let's hold you accountable. Find somebody to hold you accountable. And let's get going. Have a great day.